Welcome to the Cloning Correct podcast. I'm your host tonight, Harambe's Big Return. I'm joined by 556, 7.7, and our special guest, Mitch from the cbrnart podcast. How's everybody doing?
I'm doing outstanding. We're all doing
good.
Outstanding.
Good. Everybody had a good weekend, I hope.
Yes.
Well, we've only had half the weekend so far.
That's true. We know Mitch had a good weekend with his duct tape mosing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Today.
So what's the backstory with that? There's got to be something behind that. Nobody just randomly tapes at night force to it mosing.
If I'm being honest, Nathan was. So I've always wanted a Mosin, but I could never find one that wasn't $500. And I'm not spending $500 on one of those piece of shit. So Nathan would always make fun of me for wanting a Mosin, and then I eventually found one for like $75, and then I found another for like $200. And I told my wife that I accidentally bought both of them instead of one, and then I got them, and Nathan was still making fun of me. So I was like, well, now I'm gonna Bubba this the fuck out and make it outstanding. And let me fucking tell you, I've never had more fun shooting a rifle than I do that fucking Mosin that I got.
It's
kind of like the guy that drives a like shitty 2004 like SUV, but has spinners and exhaust on it.
Yep.
You should like duct tape a like a mod light or something to it just for extra effect.
I was gonna duct tape a cloud defense to it, but I forgot to take it off of my AR, and I never ended up doing it. The night vision Mosin will be coming in the future.
Oh, that's something to look forward to.
I mean, you don't even really need night vision running certain Mosins.
Listen,
the shorter
yes, you
barrels
do.
with the flash out the barrel.
Don't you fucking tell me what I do and do not need on my Mosin.
So, can we expect a Ford red?
I haven't figured out all the modifications that I'm going to put on it. We were going to saw the buttstock today and use a door hinge to make it a folding stock.
Oh,
we were
yes.
My gosh.
Yeah, we were cut short on time, and we weren't able to get that done today.
Oh, that's disappointing. Those
That's one of my favorite pictures.
Those Wish.com law folders are highly sought after.
Wasn't it in an episode of Gun Meme Review where the guy made a double bolt action Mosin with the door hinge and the on like an M44 or something?
Wait, what's Gun Meme Review?
He doesn't know Gun Meme Review.
Oh no,
it's a series. You know, the AK guy on YouTube.
Brandog.
Yeah, Brandon Herrera.
Yeah, he makes the. Brandog, not Brandon.
Oh, I didn't even know he made. I don't even watch like Garand Thumb's videos. I'm really out of the loop.
I gotta be honest. I don't watch a lot of his videos anymore. After like I really liked whenever he would show for random companies, and I knew it was all artificial, but I enjoyed it anyway. Now, like half of his videos are just him shooting ballistic dummies, and I don't know. I guess they're still entertaining, but there's just stuff that I'd rather be watching than him just shooting ballistic dummies with a shotgun or whatever his gun of choice is that week.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you what he's been doing lately. I actually told him when we had him on. I told him how I heard about him. People would just randomly ask me my thoughts on him, and I never had thoughts because I never fucking watched his video. And then my buddy at work would show me his videos whenever I was going to buy a gun. So if I was going to buy an AK, he'd show me like a Garand Thumb video on like that AK or some shit. And that's really the only time I watch his videos. He's a really cool dude, though. Just getting to chat with him was cool. But when it comes to like even T-Rex Arms or Garand Thumb or Brandon Herrera, like I like them as people. I have no fucking idea what they do on YouTube or like their media.
You have like the opposite view of literally every person listening right now.
It's kind of funny. All like 10 of our listeners.
All 12 of you listening. We love all of you. That's funny. I didn't know you guys had him on. I don't listen to I need to start like expanding my podcast horizon. I just listen to the one Dick Masterson podcast, and that's just about it anymore.
Dude, there's so many fucking podcasts out there. It's hard to like listen to all of them. And every time like I have a list of podcasts that I like listening to that I'm like 10 episodes behind on each. It's just impossible to keep up with.
Yeah, you're about 10 behind on the Clone Incorrect podcast.
Well, 9 after we had to delete the second one. The lost episode.
You don't talk about the second episode.
Why do you have to delete it?
It's a long story.
Yeah, it's a very long story.
That our listeners don't get to hear.
Yeah.
Those of us in the know.
Redacted.
Like we have episodes that we've never released or that we recorded with somebody and then we decided to not release. So I imagine if it's something similar, there's probably a good reason.
Yeah, it probably something similar. It did air temporarily, but we redacted it.
People have listened to it. They probably don't know why we deleted it, to be honest.
There was a section where M1 Ping told everyone how to make tannerite, but
it was one of those episodes.
Yeah.
We'll go with that.
It was a multitude of things.
Speaking of which, I have the ammonium nitrate website bookmarked on Google for whenever I want to buy more homemade tannerite. That's all I'm going to say about it. But I was doing we had to do a Zoom presentation for school, and I was in charge of recording it. And after I turned it in, I realized that the first thing bookmarked on my Google page was ammonium nitrate, and that's all it said.
Oh my gosh.
Wait, is tannerite illegal to make?
No, but it's just not, I don't know. I don't think it's a very good public look to have somebody making 50 pounds of a plastic explosive at one time.
It's not.
Yeah, that might be true. See, I don't know any of this fucking shit, and I just avoid it.
That's probably smart.
It's always smart to just mag dump into trash.
Yeah, I mean,
All
we
American
magged up
staple.
into trash and our shitty character targets, and
Hey, those are pretty good. The fat one you were shooting today. What's that character's name again?
Big Chungus.
Big Chungus.
Big Chungus actual was quad nods and 416D.
Yeah, so if people don't know about that, we recorded a whole storyline with that. I don't know if we're gonna release it, but there's a whole fucking storyline behind it where he stole like my last snack in like the apocalypse, and now I'm hunting him down. Yeah, we did dialogue, we did it was pretty fucking autistic, but I don't know if it's
that is hilarious.
or not.
Was it like improv or was this actually written?
Well, I had the idea last week and I texted it to my buddies and I was like, hey, we're gonna record this, and they're like, oh, all right, cool. And we just went out there, and half was improvised, half was like, oh, this would be a cool shot if we did it like this. And then we would just start chatting shit. So we'll see if it actually even gets edited and published. But if anything, it makes me laugh looking at it.
That's what's important, is having fun. I mean,
That's
that's
all
the
that
first
matters.
rule. It's the first rule of gun safety: is have fun, put your finger on the trigger always.
Always, all the time.
If you don't see the target, you can always shoot its sounds.
That's my philosophy for room clearing.
Running in spray.
My philosophy is don't do it.
Bro, how else am I going to justify my 10.3 inch barrel?
Barrel length was a heated topic these last few days.
Have you kept up with the barrel length drama, Mitch?
No, I see I see the echoes of like the micro rig versus load bearing equipment, and much like everybody's like YouTube videos, I don't really give a fuck. Like, run whatever you want. So if people are discussing barrel length at the moment, it wasn't that a meme when the Taliban like took all of our shit and it was like the Taliban ranks are collapsing because they're arguing over things like load bearing equipment and barrel size.
That is 100% the meme.
Yeah. What's the argument? I want to hear it. I'm kind of curious now.
Basically, that guy Strife XVI, I think it is.
Strife 17.
Yeah, Strife 17 made a post basically saying that if you run anything less than like a 20-inch barrel, you're dumb. This made a lot of people who own less than 20-inch barrels very upset.
Who said that?
And they started Strife 17, some guy on Instagram who has a lot of face tattoos.
Strife 17, you're a fucking retard.
It's not that it's like that's his opinion. He lets you know that it's his opinion.
He's very opinionated.
Yeah, that you're not utilizing 5.56 to its greatest potential, using anywhere between a 16 and a 20-inch barrel at all times.
If your barrel is 19.9 inches or less, kilt in the streets.
Is he making an argument like it can't go through the fucking plates or some shit?
I honestly don't know because he didn't really elaborate.
I do believe that he said something like that once.
Look, I mean, sure, that's like true. Like you want the longer barrel if you want that to happen, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't run other weapons with shorter barrels. Like who? I don't whatever.
He also has a device to attach a bayonet to his rifle.
Does he have the Geisley one? Because I remember that was just a giant shit show.
I don't know. He blocked us all today, so
I don't know what he thinks anymore. He doesn't know what we do.
It's December the 11th at recording, so this will probably release at the end of the month. But yeah, Strife 17 blocked us because we were making fun of him for projecting his opinion too loud.
Well, I mean, he kind of sounds like a fucking loser, if I'm being honest. I don't know who this guy is, but he sounds like a loser.
Well, he's got face tattoos, so
They really have to know about him.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know about a lot of people anyway, so maybe he's like a super popular dude that has a lot of people that like him, but I don't fucking care.
I honestly didn't hear about him until I heard that people were like posting out barrel length. I'm like, oh, where'd this come from? And they're like, oh, this guy said this, this, and that. And I'm like, oh, time to start shit posting. I made about 5 posts about it. I'm on private, so I had to leave comments to let them know that I disapproved. I got blocked like all the cool kids without private pages. It was a good day.
It sounds like a giant cuck. I hope he hears this.
He probably won't, but if he does, we don't like you.
Also, he has some pretty strong opinions on green tip.
What?
Oh, wait, do tell.
He just says it's like useless.
I don't think there's any loading that's useless, but
we were talking about this today while at the range. There's a lot of fucking weirdos that really want to get really fucking autistic with gun stuff when it's really as simple as like, for example, when I told people that I use pickle juice on long movements, I was getting all these fucking random DMs and they're like, what kind of pickles? Dill? Kosher? What's a ratio of pickle juice to water? When exactly do you drink the pickle juice on your ruck? And I'm like, bro, I don't fucking know. I take pickle juice, I pour it in an Nalgene bottle, and I drink it. And people get like that with ammo and barrel size and fucking, forward assists and all this other stupid nonsense. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, then don't fucking run it. It's pretty simple, I think.
forward assist thing's fucking hilarious. Like people,
oh my God, yeah.
People think way too much about the forward assist. Like if you, for 99.9% of people that own an AR-15, if they're gonna have to use it, it'll be like a 2 to 3 rounds on home defense. No, you're not gonna be crawling around in the Appalachian Mountains pouring dirt in the receiver. I don't know who you think you are. You're not that cool. If you think you'll be doing that, then get a forward assist. Yeah, you're not that guy. If you think you need one, then get one. If you don't think you need one, then don't get one. It's like that with 90% of things, except for things that are so shitty that they're gonna break. Like if you buy like one of those $50 airsoft optics, then you deserve to have everybody flaming. That's just a retarded decision. I don't care if you have forward assist. I don't care if you have a barrel that's anywhere from 10 to fucking 25 inches. Just don't buy cheap stuff.
If it's under 10 inches, though, we're making fun of you.
If it's under 10 inches, then that's when I'll start to make fun of you. Yeah.
A good rule to live by. If it's under 10 inches, you get made fun of.
Kilt in the streets.
Kilt in the streets.
The
streets.
That Facebook group is so funny. You just have people posting like meme builds.
Kind of like what Fudd's Gun Shop posted today.
Oh no, we can't talk about that on Spotify, I think. I'll just say it was a it was a AR-15 with certain writing on it to look like a sheepdog.
To look like the one from that country next to Australia.
Yeah.
Yeah.
New Zealand?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, you remember the thing that happened there with the AR-15 a few years ago, like 2 years ago, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah, you remember his custom Cerakote, his battle worn.
Yeah.
Yeah,
some guy
someone-
had written like Boogaloo 1776 and a bunch of other stuff.
Let's go, Brandon. Man,
On
that guy probably thought he was hilarious.
That dude probably thought he was so cool.
He's an edgy kid.
If I see another boomer buying a Let's Go Brandon hoodie to wear to like the football game at their town, I'm gonna fucking go crazy. It's not funny anymore.
That
Just
dude,
gonna get asked to sit down during their son's football game.
that dude 100% is some like 50-year-old dude named like Todd or something. He wears jorts and New Balance.
Suspenders.
Yes, definitely has suspenders. Tucks in his t-shirts.
I feel bad. We're describing my father right now.
Oh no. Sorry to your dad.
It's fine. He can take it. He can dish it out.
Yeah,
He's not innocent in
real
this fight.
real quick, we have a guest. We need to pay attention to them. Mitch, how did you and Nathan come about like meeting each other?
I mean, on Grindr.
Geez, 2 years ago, I think he reached out and he's like, "Hey, I'm like a poor artist. I can't contribute money to you getting your dog, but I can contribute art." So he made some patches and stickers for me, and then we kind of talked off and on between then. And then randomly he was like, "Hey, can I illustrate this guide?" I don't remember what guide it was. Back when I used to do like the walls of text, they were just fucking awful.
Orange background.
Yeah, like that shit. That was just fucking cringy and terrible. He illustrated one of those, and we posted it. It did really good, and then he started to illustrate some more things. We started to work together a little bit, and I always felt bad because I could never pay him. I mean, the account was never making any money. And eventually I peer pressured him and kind of bullied him into becoming co-owner of the page. Yeah, and from there we just kind of took off, and here we are now, and still doing stuff.
Bullying works.
Definitely works. Very grateful that he kind of reached out, because I don't know if I could still be doing those really shitty guides. Like, they're just fucking terrible.
Well, I mean, the info was great. It's just the delivery system wasn't.
Less than ideal.
It wasn't catered to the audience with a short attention span.
Well,
yeah, that's why I need crayons.
The drawings.
Well, it was also always just for kind of like everybody. So like, it didn't matter like who you are, where you are, what you were doing. It was just kind of like, oh, you know, this information might be useful. It might not be. It's up to you to determine if it is or not. But I think what ended up happening was I knew that the walls of text were just not going to be good for long. So there was a short phase between then and when Nathan joined, where my wife was actually helping me format it, and we used like Microsoft Excel, and she would take this stuff, proofread it, and format it, and make it look less fucking retarded. But then Nathan came along, and obviously, you know, he can illustrate and do things better than my wife can. So.
Man, Nathan sounds so cool. We need to have him as a guest sometime.
So you probably get like not daily maybe, but you just get some. I'm not sure what to call it, like not testimonials, but pictures of people that have gone out and bought like CBRN gear and masks, filters, etc. Like, does that make you feel good that they're like, "Hey, you helped me out a bunch"?
I mean, sure. I mean, I'm kind of just happy that people, you know, kind of care about it. And, you know, the last 2 or 3 years have shown how detrimental, you know, having that PPE is, you know, with, you know, the riots or the protests, whatever the fuck you want to call them. There's more tear gas used on American soil than ever before. And even if you weren't like actively out there doing something, there were stories of, you know, some of the grenades obviously getting like, or the tear gas grenades or CS gas being kicked or thrown and landing in like people's apartment windows, or like near their houses and they have like an infant or they have, like a kid or even they themselves, like all of a sudden there's just fucking tear gas in your house. And, it's better to be protected from that stuff than be fucking miserable for a couple minutes. And some people have really bad reactions to it, so they can fucking die. It's very rare, but I'm just happy that people care about it and they want to, protect themselves from any number of terrible things that can happen.
It kind of segues into something that I was going to ask you. What are kind of some of the, I don't want to say like early warning signs, I don't really know how to word this, but if there was like a chemical incident, is there any way to like tell before it's too late? Like, are there like early warning signs that it's in the area? Obviously, the tape and everything. But
yeah, it definitely varies based on, what the agent might be. A better person to ask that would be Field of CBRN. They're actual people that have significantly more training and knowledge on the topic than I do. I can tell you that biological agents and specifically, by the time people realize what it is, it's too late. And that's why they scare the living shit out of me. You could count nuclear bombs as CBRN stuff, and we would have a good warning before it hit, but I don't really think it fucking matters at that point.
Yeah. You're kind of just SOL at that point.
Yeah. I mean, there's, a lot of chemical accidents that happen. There's an app actually that tracks them all. I can't remember what it is, but Field of CBRN would know that app. He posts stories about it pretty often. There's a lot of CBRN accidents that happen across the U.S. There's a lot of hazmat teams for the state that respond to a lot of shit. So, early warning signs. I guess if things around you start fucking dying and you're not dying, that's probably a good warning sign that something's happening.
Speaking of accidents that happen all the time, it's happened twice where I live that people have mixed the wrong pool cleaning supplies.
Yeah.
Not at home pools, like community center, like rec center pools, where like a lifeguard mixes like too much of one thing, too much of the other, and then like they gotta evacuate.
Yeah, people do dumb shit and they don't understand what they're messing around with, But yeah, there's a lot of fucking shitty things that can happen with CBRN. I wish I had more knowledge and training on the topic than I do. That's kind of why I stopped, posting and talking about it, because compared to a lot of people that are now getting involved with it and are now on Instagram and putting out information on how to protect yourself, I have very little knowledge on the topic compared to them. It was just at the time, nobody else was really talking about it, and I had a little bit of training and knowledge, and I'm like, yeah, I want to protect people and try and help people if something happens. And now I'm really grateful that there's actual experts out there that are putting out information like that.
So you're like kind of the stepping stone to get people's interest in the topic and then making them want to dive deeper into it to get that larger knowledge base.
I don't know. Maybe there might have been people before me. There might have been people that were doing it in different realms and different spaces. I couldn't really tell you. I just know when I was looking, on Instagram and, with like preppers or, just anybody really involved with, preparedness and tactical stuff and anything like even at work with the military, it's not really taken seriously. And after going through the course, I saw how much shit can actually happen and how close we are to shit like that happening all the time and how many accidents happen. I was like, this is pretty fucking important. At least it was to me. So, whether there was somebody before me or not, I don't know, but I do know now that there is a lot of people, and I'm really grateful that there are.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, I was going to say, you compare your knowledge to some of these other people in the career field as being very minimal, but most of our listeners probably have, absolutely no knowledge of it. I've got very limited. The only thing I know is
I have absolutely no knowledge of it.
What I learned in basic training a decade ago. So
hey, aren't you
enough to get me killed in the streets.
Aren't you EOD now?
No, that's definitely not me. I'm a free man now.
Were you EOD?
No, I was security forces in the Air Force and then infantry with the National Guard.
Oh, okay. For some reason, I thought you were EOD, but I could be wrong. I'm fucking retarded.
There's probably a lot of idiots on the in your DMs that munch crayons.
This information.
Well, people will sometimes, they don't anymore, but they used to like message me like really stupid fucking questions that I didn't even know the answer to, but if I knew the answer to, I wouldn't fucking help them. And yeah, I'm kind of grateful that doesn't happen anymore. But there are, there's good people, there's bad people, and there's people that just say shit just because they're fucking idiots, But, yeah, it is
an example of one of those stupid questions.
I'm pretty sure
I think we're going to need a little bit more than one. I'm genuinely curious now.
For the next half hour, we would like you to just read your DMs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't have a lot of stupid questions now. I mean, that's a thing. The bigger we kind of get, the less people message us. I don't know why. I think people maybe, and they shouldn't be at all. Maybe they're like intimidated or they think like we won't see it or something. But I can tell you for a fact, like looking right now, I have one unread message and it's from my friend. And it's because I'm on a podcast that I'm not actually responding to it. We have no outstanding requests. We stay up to date with our DMs. So,
yeah, you've always been pretty good at responding to my stupid DMs.
I don't think your DMs are stupid.
I mean, you guys like and comment on my stuff when I tag you on that, so that's good. I know it's pretty stupid. I know it's pretty stupid, Nathan. But I appreciate it.
Nathan's terrible responding to DMs.
I was going to say Detroit Dust because we asked him to be a guest on the show a few times now, and we haven't gotten a response back.
Fucking retard.
Whoa!
Easy there.
This is a Detroit Dust safe space. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So we would love to have him on the show. Not ironically at all. Not at all.
We're also.
Go ahead.
I was just saying. We saw they're on Cameo now, so we were going to try and like pool some money together to just ask him questions or have him shout out stupid names, and that would be his quote guest appearance.
I saw he changed it from $30 to $50 already. Yeah, he's on Cameo as of like last week.
Hey, make that fucking money, dude.
We're not even making money on this podcast. How are we going to?
I think the people will fundraise for it. All 12 listeners.
Can we start a GoFundMe for that?
Can we? I think you can. You can start it for like everything. I don't think there's rules.
Who's going to
Jamie, pull up the GoFundMe.
Well, I mean,
let me check. I'll check right now. Actually,
maybe someone will make it for us. Like how in the first like 10 minutes of when we recorded with Brandon Herrera in his shop, someone made the Brand Dog meme account, and it's already got like 70 followers on it.
I think that page is destined to do better than me.
Oh, don't say that, buddy.
not with that attitude.
Hey, I'm on 5 strikes. This account's not going to last long.
God,
I
just want to make it to Christmas.
Yeah, Mitch, you've gotten taken down a few times for pretty bullshit reasons, honestly. Because you don't like push the envelope that much, at least to my memory.
Yeah, the first couple times we never got a reason. Well, I never got a reason, and then on the most recent one with Nathan, that got poofed. Yeah, we never got a reason for that either. It was just your account has been disabled, and then the next day it's your account is permanently deleted. You cannot recover it. And I'm like, oh, I never really got it. Because there's a lot of fucking accounts that post really stupid shit.
Oh yeah.
Like they say shit, and I'm like, why are you putting this on social media? And then like I'll see them like get poofed, and I'm like, yeah, I mean, like that kind of makes sense. And maybe it's just because it's my own account, and I look at everything through a biased lens. But when I would look at, whenever I would get poofed, I was like, what did I do? Like, what terms did I violate? Did I because I want to know so I don't say it again, or don't do it again. And now I pretty much live in the terms of service. I read them like every other fucking day just to make sure that we're not doing anything that violates it.
Yeah, because you originally had Seaburn Boy and then Seaburn Dad, right? Were the first two?
Yeah. And then I don't remember all the names. They were years ago. And then we eventually got to Seaburn Dad and then cbrnart, which is where we're at now. And then I had not Seaburn Boy for a bit too.
Okay, yeah. But that didn't get deleted. That just was a name change, right?
No, that got deleted.
Oh, thanks, Doc.
RIP.
Thank you, Zuckerberg.
In a way, I'm kind of grateful it happened because now we have cbrnart, and I like that name a lot better.
Yeah, named after a.
It sounds a little more professional than Seaburn Boy.
Well, it was always meant to just be like fucking retarded. I never took any of that shit seriously. And then I saw how seriously a lot of people took all that shit. And I'm like, yeah, I don't want anything to fucking do with you guys. So I'm going to change my name. And a lot of people got really fucking poopy about it. And it never really fucking bothered me. I thought it was a joke. I thought it was a meme. And then a lot of people didn't. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to be a part of you guys. Sorry.
I'm just saying.
People are assholes.
I'm just saying the image surrounding the Hawaiian shirt is tainted right now.
I think it always will be.
It was always fucking retarded.
Which is very unfortunate because Hawaiian shirts are really comfortable for fat bodies like me.
Okay, Mac.
It was a funny meme until people started to really embody it. And then it was like, yeah, this is really fucking dumb. Like, I didn't know that we were actually... And when I say we, like I was even a part of, I wasn't a part of shit. I just had a name. There was weirdos that would like be like, hey, you want to join my militia? And I'm like, no, I don't want to join your 9 out of 10 Fed militia. I don't want anything to do with that. And then they'd be like, oh, and there was this one guy, what was his fucking name? He was a weirdo. Allegheny Medic. You guys remember him?
Allegheny. No, yeah. He lives
He probably lives near you, old freaking.
I'm gonna ask him to edit that because I just doxed myself.
You know him?
No, I don't know him, but he was in like my general area. I'll just leave that in. It's
Okay.
Like the Pittsburgh area, roundabout.
That dude was a fucking Fed if I've ever seen one. And I would message him. I'm like, why the fuck are you telling people to go out with their guns and like harass police officers? Like, you're a fucking moron. Don't do that. And then he accused me of being a federal agent after that. I'm like, a federal agent for what? I'm telling you not to incite violence. Like, suck my fucking dick. And then he tried to make up this story. He tried to make up, what was it? Tried to make up this story that he got visited by the feds and this other thing, and it was fucking hilarious. I had a lot of fun with that guy.
That guy was a total fucking loser from what I heard. I never actually talked to him, but I know, since I know other people in the area, I heard secondhand that, like, I don't know, if you ever DM'd him and like you did want to go shooting with him or go train with him or whatever, first of all, I don't know why you'd be retarded enough to actually do that, but people did apparently because he wasn't the only one doing this. Other people, I hope I'm talking about the right person here. I'm 99% sure that I am. Apparently he was a total fucking like egomaniac, like really thought that he was the one that was in charge of the situation, and overall just kind of retarded.
Dude, when I saw him inciting violence, I would message him all the time, and I'm like, stop. Like, you're a jackass. Like, you're going to get people hurt. You're going to cause this whole fucking thing. Just don't tell people to go do stupid shit. And then he had this other meme page. It was like red flag alerts. Remember when all that weird shit was happening?
Yeah. I remember that page.
Oh, yeah.
Red flag alert official.
Yeah.
All caps.
Yeah, those fucking weirdos. And I don't remember where it was. There was some situation going down where nobody knows what was going on and nobody knows what happened. Everybody was just hyper reacting because
Whiskey Warrior?
No. I don't remember. No, that was earlier. But it was after Duncan Lemp. So everybody's obviously like, every single red flag thing right now is another Duncan Lemp. And everybody's just assuming it's a red flag thing. I think it turned out to be like a domestic abuse, and people were making it about guns. And
that was Whiskey Warrior.
Was that?
They were serving
he beat
a
his
warrant.
wife, and the cops were outside of his house, and he was like upstairs,
They
unarmed
were.
with a plate carrier, live streaming on Instagram, like, guys, I'm being red flagged right now. I need
Yeah,
people to come support
yeah.
me and back me up. And I saw some fucking LARPer saying we're gonna have a task force on the way within the hour.
Yeah.
Of course, no one ever came to back the fucking
Valhalla,
loser up because they were
Yeah.
because they were all
Van
sitting in their
Halen, brother.
basements just watching this on TV, like jerking off to the
No,
fantasy that they could go save this guy.
No, it wasn't televised. There was a news article about it the next day.
Yeah. People were like live streaming. So what happened, the fucking red flag official, whatever stupid fucking account, was posting like videos and like an aerial footage they pulled off like Google Maps, and then they like circled and they're like, the task force is meeting here. And I was like, hey, even if that's fucking happening, it's probably a really dumb idea to put that on social media. And they were like,
What do you mean, bro?
And they're like, what do you mean? You don't want people to organize? And I'm like, I'm not saying don't organize. I'm saying in this situation, you don't know what the fuck's going on. And you're putting it on social media for everybody to fucking see. You're kind of fucking dumb. I'm not involved in this. I don't want anybody to be involved in this. But if you're going to be involved in like an operation, if you want to call it that, you know, be it here, just good practice, you know, be it here or even like, let's say you're in the military, right? It's not like you're going to be like posting on your social media, hey, you know, there's a terrorist attack in Kabul. So, you know, this unit's going to be meeting over here. And here's aerial footage of this unit here. Like, shut the fuck up.
Wasn't it, you just reminded me, wasn't it like Silver Corp USA that posted like 6 of their mercenaries were going down to Colombia or something to overthrow Maduro, and they posted it on Twitter, and all their people got detained. Like,
yep, that fucking shit show. And that it's simple things like that. I'm not saying there should have been a task force for that Whiskey Warrior thing. I'm not saying there should be task force at all. I think people are hyper reactionary and they hear what they want to hear. And when they see something like, oh, this guy said it's a red flag, so it's definitely not this dude beating the shit out of his wife. It's a red flag, so we need to go protect our Second Amendment right. Sure, you can protect your Second Amendment right. I'm not here to tell you what you're going to do or not fucking do. I'm going to call you probably retarded with whatever you do, no matter what. But I'm also a retard myself. But like basic OPSEC, like basic OPSEC, and I don't know. I like poking the fucking bear with them. I'm like, you guys are fucking weird. They're like, you hate people organizing, and I'm like, I hate retards.
Who doesn't?
No.
Well, except for them. Actually, they do hate retards because in their mind, we're the retards, I guess.
Yeah. Whatever.
Normal people.
I had a lot of fun messing with those people in that little community. And, you know, looking back on it, it was a lot of fucking fun.
What a time to be alive.
What a time.
It was fun to do a little trolling.
It's all we've done this week is troll people on the internet.
I have accomplished nothing else this week.
I mean, you shouldn't have to accomplish anything else.
That is my sole purpose in life.
Just to harass people?
Just, yes, harass people online, anonymously.
I definitely...
Oh, man.
It's what I do with Caitlin Bennett. I just make memes about her.
Oh, Caitlin Bennett. What a gal. Can we have her on as a guest?
I don't know. We might have to take a few bathroom breaks.
I don't know who this person is or what we're talking about.
She's the girl that. All right, I'll explain this. And like the only 2 things that I know her from, she like 2 or 3 years ago caused controversy because she took her graduation photos with an evil, scary AR-15 assault rifle
on campus,
and then like a few months later, she shit her pants at a college party.
Classic.
Look, it's tough out there. Sometimes you got to shit your pants.
Or no, she didn't. I'm sorry, she didn't shit her pants. She shit while not wearing panties.
Oh, so she shit everywhere.
Does anyone have the picture?
You can find it really easily.
I'm gonna try to. It is a hilarious picture.
It is pretty disgusting, but yeah.
Well, I mean, you know.
But yeah, she took graduation photos on Kent State campus with her Chinesium, I'll add, AR-15. And like was surprised that people were like, it was controversial.
That's what got my first account banned.
Oh yeah, didn't she like comment something then block you?
No, I don't think she ever did that. I don't think she ever interacted. But the picture of there was a picture of two people taking cover behind a car, and one of them has a thought block, the speak block that says, "I think I shit my pants." Arsenal 616 posted it. So me being the amateur memer that I am, I screenshotted it, cropped it, and then I photoshopped very poorly Caitlin Bennett's face in there. So she's saying, "I think I shit my pants." And that was shortly thereafter, my first account got banned. So obviously, I put it on my second account, and that was banned within a day. So I made a third account.
That's
and naturally posted that meme again, and I lost that account in like 2 hours.
If you guys want to see the picture again, I just posted the link to it in general, so no one actually has to look at it until they click on it. If anyone listening wants to look at it, just look up.
That's not real.
That's real. Yeah, just look up at Caitlin Shits on Twitter.
That is so much shit.
Yeah.
That's not. I've never shit that much in my life. There's no fucking way.
That's very real.
Oh my god.
That's not like, hey, lay down and I baked this thing of brownies, but they're not good. Let's just mess around. That's like Starbucks and Chipotle for you.
Yeah, that is actually more shit than I remember from the last time I saw that picture.
Dude, that's like that's almost a foot long.
Oh my gosh.
And it's not like...
Wouldn't it be rude to ask her what she ate before that?
Yeah, it's not like it's just one long fucking thing. You see, there's fucking strands. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4. I see five different strands of shit.
5 chunks.
Oh my god.
It's almost impressive. How much weight do you think she lost?
Oh my word.
That's easily 4 pounds.
Speaking of which, I'm tempted to ask for Christmas. You know there's toilet seats now that have integrated scales into them, so you can see how much weight you lose when you take a shit.
That's a kingly gift.
I'd maybe to get a notepad to put next to the toilet. Then you could mark how much you lost per day. You could have a monthly record and try and break your records.
It's like the whiteboard at the gym I go to on the rowing machine. It's like a Sharpie and a whiteboard, and you can write your name down, and they erase it every week. See who lost the most weight taking a shit.
Jesus Christ.
We are.
He's still looking at it.
Oh, much shit.
I feel like the last 4 episodes have all had shit as a topic. Last episode, I know we talked about it.
When the episode with transfer airs before this one, people are going to be like, I thought this was a gun podcast.
Okay, I had to check and make sure that she was of age, and I wasn't looking at this underage girl shitting. She's 26 and she shit herself that bad.
Yes.
Wait, well, when was this?
It does not hold her liquor.
What was it?
I think this
3
was
years ago.
Right, 2-3 years ago. Yeah.
Okay, so she was over 21 and she shit that much. In who took that picture of her? That's kind of fucked.
It's pretty funny though.
It's hilarious, but I feel bad.
That's like a dorm party from the military. You do something dumb, and there's 13 people there to take a picture of it and put it on the internet.
And then they help you.
Known for open carrying an AR-10 at Kent State the day after graduation.
It's her claim to fame.
Oh, I didn't know it was an AR-10.
I
thought it was a 15 as well. Actually, yeah. Either way,
no one listens to me.
AR pattern, assault rifle, military grade.
Or definitely military.
Automatic rifle.
15. She has 227,000 followers. She's pregnant?
She's
I forgot about that. Yeah.
That poor kid. No. That's worse than being the daughter of or son of a porn star.
Oh,
someone, he just gets to school for his first day in middle school. Kids will show up with little pictures they printed out of his mom taking a shit at a Kent State dorm party in 2017.
No, those poor kids. Oh, they're just gonna roast the shit out. Because I know I was an asshole as a kid. If I found out that one of my friends' moms, even if they weren't my friend, if I found out somebody in my school, their mom was that person who shit and had those pictures, I would have been the biggest fucking bully.
Is it safe to say we need to bring bullying back?
I don't think bullying ever actually left. They just kind of pretend that it left and hand out more participation trophies now. Bullying is, as far as I'm concerned, alive and well. Especially, not so much when you get to college, because
Have you seen
everything has to be friendly.
Have you seen that? It's like a face-off thing. It's like a '90s bully, and it's a picture of Butch from Home Alone, and then it's like goes to a TikTok campus or liberal arts campus. Dude.
Well, yeah, was it like a movie idea?
Yeah. It'd be like clubbing seals.
Dude, how does her husband not make fun of her? Like when she gives birth, like
She already did.
oh God, like if I was her husband, so like, I just had a kid and my wife didn't do it.
Congratulations.
Thank you. My wife didn't shit, but it is normal for a woman to shit while giving birth. So if I was her husband, I would not be able to not make jokes about it while she's like giving birth. I would not be able to contain myself.
And not the first time I've seen your shit, Holland.
Oh my gosh.
You want me to take a picture?
Oh.
Oh.
It's smaller this time.
What do you think's bigger, the baby or the shit from that picture?
That shit is very close to newborn infant size.
I almost shot beer out my nose.
If she had like a what are they called? Premature birth? No, it's a tragic thing.
Yeah, like an early birth.
Yeah, like it's a tragic thing because like the baby's survivability rate goes down. But for joking's sake, I think that shit would be bigger than a preemie baby.
Yeah, I can see it. Oh my god.
It's tough.
556. I was going through your old post and I saw that one you made. I forget what the caption even was, but it was that dog that was throwing up like a gallon of brown liquid.
Yeah.
That picture's so fucking funny. And there's like a vomit mat on the floor, and it is engulfed the mat. There's a disgusting.
I thought for sure I was gonna get taken down because for like a week all they did was post like pictures and videos of people puking, like shitting on people's Rhodesia painted rifles.
I wonder who in this podcast has a baby poop painted rifle.
And it looks beautiful.
Mitch, what's your opinion on that?
On what?
There's
baby shit fouls.
Yeah.
If I had a foul and I didn't paint it like baby shit, then I shouldn't own a foul.
Respectable opinion.
He did not mince words.
He did not stutter.
This
is when you were making fun of that guy for having the laser behind his like pressure pad.
Yeah, because he was like,
works for me, bro.
Because he thought I didn't know that. We've talked about this so many times on the air, but I'll just summarize. Yeah, he thought that I couldn't recognize a cloud defensive pressure pad.
Are you a cloud guy or mod light guy?
I am saving up for a rain right now. I have a mod light PLH V2 currently. And then I'm going to get a cloud defensive rain. And then I'm going to get their pistol light when it comes out.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the Owl. I do want to get a rain, but I'm poor as fuck, so I haven't been able to get one.
Mm-hmm. I really like how they stand as a company, so I'll definitely be buying a lot from them when I have the funds to.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Cloud Defense. I've been a fan of them for a couple of years now. They were the first light that I ever bought, and now I'm stuck with them, and I'm going to keep buying their shit.
Mm-hmm. When they did actually they have a moonshine light sale coming up, so I might do that. I know when Harambe bought his, he got the light in under 24 hours from them.
Is this show sponsored by Cloud Defensive?
It is not.
It is now.
It should be. Cloud Defensive, if you're listening, please sponsor.
Give us free stuff. We're already doing that deal with Otter Creek Labs, so we got to run it by him.
Eventually, the Loudenser is going to come out, and I'm gonna fucking buy one.
You guys have sponsors?
No, we the producer knows the guy that owns Otter Creek Labs. If you're aware of him, I guess he makes
Andrew
end caps. Stuff like that.
Formerly of Quelltech, now he's doing Otter Creek Labs suppressors.
Yeah, we're trying to get him to make us a Loudenser.
Literally, just throw it on one gun. It was just so funny.
I want one for my G3.
I want one for my FAL. I would 100% rock that.
That would look good with a Loudenser, especially since the barrel's what is it? A 12-inch barrel? 10-inch barrel?
11.
You need to cut that down to 6 inches.
No.
Yes.
You can get it. You can get an 8-inch.
Can you imagine the amount of unburnt? It looked like an Obrez firing.
I was just thinking that you shoot paper point blank, it's gonna have a hole in the middle and just a bunch of powder speckles all around it.
I've got that video of me shooting it.
From the hip.
Yeah.
When I was shooting paper up close with my 11.5 with the brake on it. And I had the targets where it was it's black, and when you shoot it, it turns white. Whatever the name for that is.
Like a shoot and see?
Yeah. And I was shooting it right up close, just mag dumping into it on my last 10 rounds of ammo. And I couldn't even see where I was hitting. I could see the holes, but it was so much unburnt powder getting thrown at the target. It was just like a splatter paint design.
Modern art.
Yeah.
Truly.
What is that called? Transparent art, I think it is, when it makes no sense, but you still call it art.
I don't think any art makes sense, to be honest. There's little that I can. A lot of art just isn't art. It's just people throwing things at the canvas, paper, or whatever you'd like to call it.
You see, this is what we should have talked about with Nathan, but we got sidetracked with maple syrup or something.
Just a little bit sidetracked.
Mitch, has he talked about art and stuff, philosophies of art with you ever?
I don't know if he has one. I know it kind of it helps him. What is that? It helps him kind of always be doing. So he always needs to be doing something, which is why during the podcast, this Sunday, for example, he's eating a plate of ribs for half of the show, and you can hear it in the background.
Nice. I'm excited.
Yeah, he always has to be doing something with his hands, and I think that's a really good thing for him to do. That kind of occupies his mind and all that. But when it comes to art and it being subjective or whatever the fuck, I don't know if he has any thoughts on that. I think if one or two things would happen if I asked him, he'd be like, no, that shit's fucking retarded. Or he would be he would go into his philosophy. There would be no, yeah, kinda. It would be one or the other. And
it's
I think
all
it would
or
be,
nothing.
Yeah, I think it would be, no, it's fucking retarded. Art is just art,
Mm-hmm.
I'd be wrong though.
Well, I guess we're going to have him back on the show and ask him.
He said he wanted to come back. Wait, you can call him right now?
I can fucking call him right now. I'll video chat him.
All right, yeah.
Hold on. Video call. Why am I offline?
Yeah, you weren't. He was visiting you, so.
He was supposed to, and then he didn't. But he's going to in the future. The tickets were just stupid fucking expensive because it was a holiday weekend.
Getting out of old snow Mexico.
Old snow Mexico.
Old snow Mexico.
I am actually genuinely curious to see it, if he's gonna go into a super long answer or he's gonna Unabomber post.
Dude, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is with him. That's his latest fucking obsession. And
it's insane.
I didn't know who that was. I had no fucking idea when he was drawing Ted or whatever. I'm like, who the fuck is this? I had no idea for months. for months he was doing this shit, and I'm like, who the fuck? Like who is this? And then finally he's like, yeah, it's the Unabomber. I'm like, Nathan, don't fucking post that shit here. I don't want to know about it. I don't care. Like, please.
You're like the dad whose son like brings in insects. It's like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know about it. Just do your thing. Don't bring it in the house.
Dude,
You're definitely the dad
here
of
we go.
the show.
Well, I'm calling him.
We have our first call and making history.
It
This
took
is
me a
cloning
minute to
correct
connect
history.
for some reason.
We're making phone history or podcast history here. He's probably too busy watching curling, drinking Moosehead, eating some poutine.
No, he's
So that'd
hanging
be
out with he's hanging out with somebody I know, but he probably thinks I'm ass styling. Hold on, I'm gonna let him know I'm not ass styling him.
Okay.
That's a thing. Him and I talk like all the fucking time. Like it's
Hey, you just like call him up, talk on the phone for like 90 minutes, 2 hours, something like that.
well, it's
It's
either
important.
it's mostly over like messages, but we have started talking. Like we have like weekly like sync up meetings, and even though we talk all the time, it's easier for us to get on the phone, kind of plan out what we're going to be posting the next couple of weeks. Just because before what would happen, it would be like, hey, I have this idea this day, and then Nathan would be like, okay, I need to get this done today, and then it turned into like a fucking mad scramble. You know, right when I'm he answers all the other times, and now when I'm on the podcast live, he won't fucking answer me.
Oh man.
What? He sounds like a
Okay,
real piece of shit.
this will just get memed, and then he'll feel bad and answer his phone all the time now.
Yeah, this is a long-term benefit for you.
Is this our meme topic for that we're going to drop when we
Nathan doesn't
release
answer
the
his
episode?
phone.
Because we normally have a series of memes for something for the episode.
Oh yeah, we make them all the time for the episodes. Like, didn't just release them throughout the week so people are following along.
We don't do art.
You can make the argument that I don't do anything else for the show.
Uh huh.
I mean, you're here tonight, aren't you? You do something for the show.
You know what? I am here tonight.
None of us are sketch artists, so we just make memes. That's what we're good at.
Mematic. Mematic is a gift from God.
It is.
Memes are important. Don't underestimate the power of memes.
They're highly informational too.
They are. Oh,
Memes saved the kids.
we'll have to stand by for Nathan. I bet he'll respond to me before we stop recording, and then I'll be like, "Fucking answer when I call you." But
maybe we'll message him on his casual personal account with 32,500 followers.
Yeah,
That was something
That he just doesn't use.
That was something he said during the episode. He was like, "Oh, let me just check my personal account."
he doesn't post shit. Like
his last post was 2017.
His last post was him doing the fucking like USPSA match dressed up as the stormtrooper or whatever.
That is the most Nathan. That is Nathan's personality in a nutshell, and I love it. I love him.
It's really funny though. I like it.
Wapdillo said he would pay for Nathan's his course if he showed up to one of Tony Cotton's CQB courses wearing the Doom Marine armor.
Based.
Imagine, like, Tony starts that live stream. Hey guys, Tony here. Can we stop dressing up in costume? If we want the folks in Washington to take us seriously, that would be a long live stream.
Yeah, Nathan is he's a beautiful human being.
Oh, he is. He was a real gem. We got to have him back again soon. I know maybe both of you.
It'll be a while. We have a fucking lot of people we got to get through. That
We
have
do
like
have
in
a
the
list.
in the ringer. We need to get Bunker on here sometime. Who else is on the list?
I've got my beans sitting right next to my computer for this.
Yeah, Mitch, are you a beans guy?
Like baked beans?
Yeah, like beans and chili, baked beans. You'll enjoy beans every now and then.
No, I know it's a meme.
Thank fucking God.
I don't like. I'm not. I mean, I can eat them if I have to fucking eat them, but I don't go out of my way to make beans. No.
So
Beans are overrated.
So you're telling me is your chili is actually meat soup when you make it?
I don't make chili.
You have a problem with that?
Oh.
I make stew like a man.
you what?
Chili is soft bodied as fuck.
No,
Stand by that.
So hurt right now.
I am. I don't know what to say.
I like beanless chili better. I'm just gonna say it.
I'll say it's good with chili mac and then on hot dogs.
Ooh, chili mac. That's good MRE.
Dude, hot dogs make you fat. You can't be eating that.
No, I don't. Yeah,
Americans.
I don't eat hot dogs a whole lot. I'll tell you what though, my coworkers.
Your coworkers do.
They got a hot dog roller, dude. These 5 guys went in on a hot dog roller to throw in the break room, and then one of them went to Costco and got like a big pack of hot dogs. These 5 dudes ate 35 hot dogs between them
in one day.
35 hot dogs in the first 5 days they had it.
You're disgusting.
It is.
Nothing wrong with that.
And they also had taquitos, fried mozzarella sticks, and all this. It is.
How much is a hot dog roller?
In 5 days?
It was like $350.
No shot, they're that much.
It was
looking
like
on
$300.
Amazon, bro.
I don't know.
Bargain, but $40.
You think? No, this is
$40 for a hot dog roller.
7. This is a big one, like a big one.
This is an
I'm not talking an
grade.
industrial one. Okay. Oh, the industrial ones are pricey.
Yeah. And none of these guys drink water. All they want to do is eat their hot dogs. It's just insane. Like people not taking care of their bodies.
Look at this thing. It's like a blender that you put the hot dogs into. And it warms them up in that glass tube.
Jesus Christ.
And it's got sticks to put the buns on. I don't know how that works.
This brings us into the fat shaming portion of the show.
Oh, you guys have one of those too on your show?
We don't do it every
all the
time, but
we really do like your idea of it.
Yeah. We got Grand Thumb to do it with us, and it was just absolutely fucking clinical.
Oh, man.
Sounds great.
That is absolutely my favorite part of the show is when you fat shame.
Yeah, I mean, people need to fucking hear it. And there's Fat Appreciation Day, I guess, which I didn't know. And we're going to turn it into Fat Shaming Day.
Wait, like it's marked on calendars?
Yeah, like, there's like National Ice Cream Day. Well, I guess there's National Fat Acceptance Day.
Is it like body acceptance or is it like fat acceptance?
Jamie,
I mean, body acceptance is fat acceptance, is it not?
Well, it is.
Yeah, you never hear skinny people talking about we need skinny people to be more accepted by society because nobody actually gives a shit.
Yeah, I mean, if you're skinny, nobody fucking cares. I mean, there's definitely skinny fat people too. Don't get me wrong, but
yeah,
no,
totally not me.
May 6th is International No Diet Day. That sounds like Fat People Day.
Let's see.
I say this as a larger individual.
No, you're
President
doing
Chungus.
good. You deadlifted 405 pounds the other day. You're doing all right.
It's not my best.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still pretty fucking good though.
Yeah, so International No Diet Day, including fat acceptance and body shape diversity, Friday, May 6th. So mark your calendars. That's going to be international and national and social media day where it just becomes fat shaming.
You know what? I'm going to put that in my calendar right now.
If you're fat and you're listening to this show, fuck you.
Do you agree with Nathan that it is a mindset?
Being fat?
Yeah, like it's a mindset. Or
I
how
mean,
did he say that?
It's a choice. It's a choice to be fat. I mean, don't get me wrong. There is a very small percentage of people that do have, like, they're a medication or they have some type of, thing with their body where it makes it more difficult for them to lose weight. And then there's a large amount of people who can't lose, their metabolism is slower or, they just can't lose weight as much as, other people can. But that's not it's just not an excuse. It's just not an excuse. It's a mentality. It's a mindset. And it's a choice. And if you choose to be fat, I have no respect for you because you clearly do not respect yourself.
It's kind of like you see someone walking down the road or down the sidewalk like that, and you're like, it probably won't be here in like 3 years.
Dude, my wife she doesn't make fun of me. She gets sad when I do it. but like we'll be driving, and if I see somebody fat that's like walking, I will out loud say, "Ew, fat people gross me out." And she's like,
You should do one better and hit him with the car.
so, but I at the same time, if I see somebody jogging, even if they're fat, I'm always like, oh, good for them. But anytime I see fat people, I will out loud say ew. And I do not care if you're within proximity of hearing or not. I think you're gross. I think fat people are disgusting.
It's hilarious. That is something that I need to start doing.
Well, even my dad has a diabetes that he gets from being fat. And when I tell people that, so like if I go to the doctor, like when my daughter was being born, they're like, yeah, does your family have like a history of like diabetes? And I don't know which type it is, but I know it's the one that you get from being fat as fuck. So I will literally tell the doctor, I'm like, yeah, my dad has diabetes from being fat as fuck. And they're like, that's not really nice to say about your father or fat people. And I'm like, what? I mean, he's fat and he got diabetes. Like it is, it's the number one killer in America. Are we not going to just shame people for killing themselves?
We can only talk about COVID.
Diabetes interlinked into heart disease and a million other things.
And, it's the same thing with COVID, too. Who got killed by COVID? Fucking fat people got killed by COVID.
Exactly.
It was people that don't take care of themselves, that don't eat healthy, and I'm not saying you have to be a fucking Olympic sprinter. I'm not saying you have to be fucking Arnold Schwarzenegger in his prime. I'm saying you just have to eat healthy, adjust your diet to your exercise, and not be disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about fat people.
Keep going. This is going to be the highlight of
here, Mitch. I'm going to list you off like what my coworker brings into work every day to drink in the morning. All right.
Water.
He brings in no, I have not seen this guy take a sip of water in 3 weeks. He brings in Nesquik, chocolate milk, like the mini 12 and a half, 14 ounce bottle, a 24 ounce Gatorade, and then a white Monster every morning.
My dad is a little on the heavier side. And so since I got to college and I've been away from home, I don't buy pop anymore. I'll maybe have like a can or a bottle a week. I'm trying to eat a little bit healthier and drink healthier. I mostly just drink water now, more or less. And I go home and my dad's like, I think that's great. And he's like, how do I go ahead and start drinking healthier? And I'm like, well, just don't drink the unhealthy stuff. And he's like, okay, well, how about Gatorade? I love Gatorade. I'm like, Dad, Gatorade's really, really unhealthy. Really, and he's like, and he just can't process that Gatorade's unhealthy because it's marketed as this healthy drink for athletes. And it's like, no, that Gatorade is full of sugar. Gatorade's not healthy at all.
Ketchup and Gatorade are now can be classified as sodas with the amount of sugar in them.
You say ketchup?
Yes.
Damn.
Well, even athletes, while they still will drink Gatorade, they'll do 1/4 Gatorade, 3/4 water because there's just so much sugar and shit in it.
Dude, yeah, I've been watering down Gatorades.
I have that sometimes.
I've been watering down Gatorades for the last 2.5 years.
Same. I also haven't had Gatorade.
At that point, I'd rather just have water though, because it's almost like flavored water, and I fucking despise flavored water.
Except for
I'd rather have water than something watered down. If the ice cubes melt in my pop, I'll drink it, but I'll be like, oh, this isn't what I signed up for. I don't like watered down stuff at all. For whatever reason, I'm autistic or something.
Artistic.
I'm artistic, yeah. Regarded.
Yeah, I mean that's just something that people don't really do is look at labels anymore. They don't understand serving size or things like that.
I will admit I'm the first person to fully ignore serving size and everything. I have there's something, I'm one of those people that can overeat, and if I'm too full and I'm feeling sick, I'm like, you know what, that was a good day of eating. I feel accomplished.
Yeah,
it's a terrible thing, but that's just how I'm wired.
That's awful.
I don't know.
Probably the body.
I know other people are like that. I need to stop so many of the things that I'm doing.
Us meme page admins and our health.
We're actually the healthiest people on earth.
When
meme page admins.
When the meme page admins start doing things like, being healthy, that's where the change happens. People don't listen to Dr. What's his face on the TV or whatever. His meme
Dr.
pages.
Fauci.
No, nobody listens to him anyway.
I've noticed even people on the left are starting to like get irritated with Fauci because he just flip flops and everything. He doesn't have any fucking strong opinions anymore. He's like a bitch.
Y'all are still watching the news?
No.
All right.
So whenever I say I watch the news, what I mean is I'll see a headline that one of the pages I follow posts, and I'll be like, "Yep, I watch that totally." I'll kind of, I don't actually watch it. I don't watch a lot of things on TV anymore. Even pirate all my movies.
That is something nice. Is just be unplugged from everything. Kind of like how Mitch said he was with like YouTube and meme shit.
Well, I've like supplemented it for YouTube, and like I think that TV as a whole, like TV's fucked soon. Like so many people are buying Netflix and like Prime Video and stuff like that. Like the traditional TV system, I don't think people like it anymore. Even my dad and my mom, like they start to watch YouTube now. I don't really know what they watch, but like they'll have the TV on, but they'll actually just be watching YouTube videos anytime I'm home with them. I'm like, guys, why do you even have the TV on? And they're like, well, we're watching it. Like, no, you're not. You're not watching it at all. You're watching whatever is on your phone right now. And I think that's how, as more people figure out how YouTube works and how the streaming platforms work, they're just going to stop buying cable subscriptions because it's so expensive.
They should take the money they save from cable.
Get a gym membership.
Gym membership.
Well, it's coming up on January. Whenever you guys are listening to this, it probably will be January. So the gyms will be chock full of people who decide to do it only on January 1st and think that it's going to stick.
Yeah. By the time,
if you're one of those people, guys, I hope it sticks.
I hope it does too, but it doesn't.
Don't be fat.
Please don't be fat.
Is that Mitch? Are you a big like lifting guy, or like what do you do at the gym?
I can't lift anymore. I have a fractured neck and fucked up discs in my lower back. So what I've been doing lately, I've been doing yoga and trying to strengthen the areas near that because for some reason the military won't do fucking surgery to fix a problem. But I talked to the VA and they're like, yeah, when you get out, we'll do surgery. No problem. We'll get you fixed. It's a fixable problem. So whenever I end up getting med boarded, I'm going to go get that surgery and then I'll be able to get back into stuff. But I was a big cardio guy before that. I liked carrying a lot of heavy weight and going long places. And in the gym, I would just, I was like a three exercise type person. It was like deadlift, squats, bench. Anything more than that, I mean, I'm sure it's great for you. I just never did it. I was always cardio. I would run. I would ruck. I would run again. Healthy heart, healthy life. And I drink enough energy drinks to where I kind of need to make sure my heart doesn't fucking explode.
Dude, you gotta cut those. I cut those a couple back in September. I cut out caffeine completely, and it's probably the best decision I made all year.
Yeah, I don't know if it's the caffeine. Like, I wish they made like Reign and Red Bull that didn't have sugar and caffeine. I just like the taste of them.
Oh, I love the taste of Reign.
Yeah, if they just would take caffeine out of the Reign, I would love it. But besides that, like I only drink like water and juice. I like milk. And not like that shitty juice cocktail, like how they fucking get you with that shit. They'll be like, oh, cranberry juice cocktail. And you look at it and it's like 10% juice. And you're like, no, fuck that. I want that 100% real shit. So I'm really diligent with that. I've had to learn since my injuries. I've had to learn to alter my diet and not eat like I'm running like 15 miles a fucking week or rucking all the time. I think that was the hardest part. Because when you're eating and you're exercising that much, you're intaking calories because you have to, and then you suddenly can't do the amount of cardio or you can't do the amount of exercise that you were before, but you're still hungry because your body is like, yeah, like this is what you need in order to survive. So I've had to adjust my diet in that sense. And I think I'm finally in a good spot. It took like a year of adjusting to where I was like one extreme or the other. I think I'm in a good spot now to where I can eat and be full from eating an amount that isn't going to make me fucking disgusting.
I respect it.
It's a process. Nathan got me to do intermittent fasting a couple times. I think we did a 72-hour fast of just water and coffee.
That was probably interesting when you went to the bathroom.
After 24 hours, you're just not hungry. It's strange. Like the first 24 hours sucked. Like around like hour 20, I was like, man, I'm fucking hungry. And I would just randomly walk and open my fridge and I'd be like, oh, fuck, you can't eat, you dickhead. But after 24 hours, like my body was like, yeah, you're not hungry anymore. You're good. And just water and coffee was all I needed.
I had oatmeal as a snack at night for like the past week.
That's how you,
I don't know why.
That's how you get fat.
I need to gain weight.
Oh. All right, well, never mind. I take it back.
He's in bulking, I guess.
Bulk season. No, I just need to build more muscles. All it is, and like make more of a habit of
A
things.
swift breeze could blow you over, my dude. Like,
I tried keto I did it for 2 weeks. That was interesting.
You went keto?
I tried it. Yeah, it was a lot harder than I thought it was. But once you get in that, I'm trying to kind of, what's the word? Ketosis? Yeah. It sucks for the first like day and a half, but after that, it gets a lot better. Like your body's just a machine at that point. It's not too good for your heart though, apparently. So I'm not going to do it again.
What's not good for your heart? Keto?
Yeah.
I toned out for a sec.
Yeah, the audio was a little funky for me there. But yeah, pretty much I did it. It was good. Lost a bit of weight. Whenever you poop, it's like rabbit pellets because your body's processing everything.
Why do rabbits poop in pellets, by the way? What is in them that is making them like make little BBs? It's interesting. God works in mysterious ways. All right, let's not dwell on this. We're getting back on the shit talk.
we're back to shit posting.
We're back to shit.
All topics lead to poop.
Poop and fat shaming.
Man, are we like fucking 12-year-olds or something?
We are at heart.
Well, without Ping here to keep us on the gun track, and without WAP here to keep us on whatever track he keeps us on, it just goes straight to poo.
Yeah, he keeps us on some kind of track.
We'll talk gun. Mitch, what's like your favorite setup you got right now?
Right now?
Yeah, in the AR platform.
My Mosin. I mean that sincerely. I have not had more fun shooting a weapon in a long time than I've had my Mosin. It is so much fun. And it's a fucking tack driver. I don't care if it's a trash rod. I was pinging and destroying rain cans from like 250 meters away. The thing is
awesome. With irons?
clinical. With irons. I love my fucking Mosing. It came and it was in like it was a collector, so if the collector ever saw what I was doing to this fucking thing, he would lose his mind. Because what you don't see is me literally throwing this thing at the range. Like I fucking launch this thing, and
I think I saw a video of that. Yeah,
the wood is separating from the action. But when I got it, it was fucking mint condition, like great.
Oh.
And like this guy took care of it. I'm telling you, a collector had this, and it's a 1939 Russian Mosin. And the first thing I did when I got to the range, I launched that thing like fucking 10, 15 meters. But
You're making my heart hurt a little bit.
I love it. I love it so much, and I didn't even bring my AR. I didn't even bring it today. Because I brought my Mosin and I brought a ton of ammo with it, and that's all I shot. It was so much fun. I love it.
7.62 like 54R is still pretty cheap and easy to get.
Yeah, when I bought them,
you find a spam can.
Yeah, so when I bought the Mosin, they were also like, "Hey, I also have like each one of them because I bought 2. Each person was like, yeah, I have a couple hundred rounds that I'm not using. I'll just throw them in for you. And I'm like, okay. I have close to like 1,000 rounds. And I must have put, like, I have like 1,000 rounds left, I think. I must have put close to 600 or 700 rounds through this thing over the last 2 weeks.
Good grief.
I'm telling you, I don't give a shit if it's a garbage rod. I love it. It is hands down my favorite rifle that I have right now. I stand by that.
I like mine as well. They're really fun just because you can just fuck around with them. You're not out there nobody's out there being serious with a Mosin unless they're stone cold retarded.
Or they're a social,
like they're just fun to bring. Like
they're a member of Social Star A.
I just, there's something, I do it with my AK too. I've had to teach myself that, yeah, I shouldn't like try and break my guns, but they're guns. They're supposed to, go through shit. And I do it with my AK. And now I do it with my Mosin. I'll throw it. And I don't mean like toss it on the ground. I mean, I will literally throw that bitch as far and as hard as I can. And, it's breaking, but what I'm going to end up doing when the wood separates from the action fully, I might just fucking electrical tape it together. I don't know, but it is so much fun. I don't care if it's a trash rod. It's accurate. It hits its fucking things, and it's fun to use. And I stand by the fact that my Mosin is the most fun gun that I have right now that I like to shoot.
I had to give you a suggestion. I just shot a picture into general. You should get the Accuracy International custom glass bedded Mosin stock.
Oh no! Get the Archangel with the magazine that looks like absolute butthole, but is absolutely hilarious.
Hey, I mean that would give you something to put that Night Force on.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, but I think taping the Night Force on it is just more Mosin.
That's peak performance.
It probably holds 0 better than the Chinesium rail that's in this picture.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and link that. Just
that orange tape on that Mosin when I saw that video
that was
like an hour and a half ago. That was so funny. And the bipod.
If you haven't duct taped something to a firearm before, have you really lived?
Are you really a gun owner?
Exactly.
If you haven't already had 5 NDs into your wall.
Wait, what?
I have an ND once every 2 months. That's why I know I'm handling my firearms on the edge.
Jesus
yeah,
Christ.
for sure.
Yeah, those people that justify their NDs, like you could have just not said anything and no one would have suspected you to be a guy that NDs.
No one would have suspected you to be a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I mean, they could probably pick up on that after talking to you for longer, but if you keep the conversation under 10 minutes, they won't think you're a fucking retard.
Just ND into the garbage.
Or it's like you're playing around with something, you don't know how light the trigger is, but you're safe and downrange, so if you ND, you just start squeezing it so it looks like you meant to do it.
If you've ever feared for your life at a public range, go ahead and hit that subscribe button.
I shot my Mosin one-handed today. So there's a video of it. We're not sure if we're going to release it because it looks really unsafe. What you can't see is where we're shooting. We're shooting, like, it's not like a fucking range where there's people. We're shooting in the middle of fucking nowhere, and there's a gigantic backstop. Like, it's a literal mountain. We're shooting into the side of a mountain.
Can you share it in the Discord for us?
Yeah, let me see if I can, actually. I need to find it. We have a lot of videos.
Promise we will not post this anywhere.
It looks extremely unsafe. But I can tell you it wasn't unsafe. Yeah, everybody was behind. It was a very safe thing that happened, but we also know how fucking people on the internet get, so we were hesitant to let me find it. Is this it? No,
It was only a little unsafe.
Oh.
Yeah, but you have to find a sweet spot. Like that instructor that was teaching like a pistol class, and he was running in front of the people shooting targets, like to test their trigger discipline.
Oh,
You've seen that video?
God, those people are so bad.
Detroit type stuff.
Okay, that's not it. That's the two-hand. I'm gonna
My
find
favorite
it.
is the guy that was showing how to do double action and single action on a 44 mag, and he shot into the ceiling of the range, and it's like, did you mean to do that? Yup.
Yep. That video's hilarious.
Because the guy,
Because you can see the guy like half a second after he shoots, he's like, "Oh, I need to regain my composure."
dude, the guy that he's showing, like standing right next to him, just looks at the camera and is like, I am so fucked.
All right, I found it. Hold
Yeah.
on. Let me send this over to you. It was in like a 2-minute long video, so I'm just gonna crop and edit that part so you can see.
It's kind of like the dude that
We can skip through it.
kind of like the dude who Indeed on a live stream into the Rhino Metals building.
Oh, you mean the guy that works for Dead Air?
Yeah,
Mitch, their social media guy.
Yes.
Ooh.
Oh,
Dead
I
Air
wasn't-
social media guy.
I wasn't supposed to say that. We're gonna get canceled by them.
Who cares?
Oh no.
Oh no.
Anyway.
It was Dead Air's social media guy. They were on a live stream, and he was waving a fucking revolver around, and he points it out the window of a truck, and it's like, America, motherfucker. And then squeezes the trigger, and you hear a pop, and the guy's like all concerned and tries to shut the live stream off.
I don't think it was an ND. I think he meant to do it.
Oh, it
Just-
won't let me send it. The file size is 8 megabytes or too
Yeah.
powerful.
Good.
Fine. I can imagine it. I've seen a lot of retardism go on with Mosins over the years.
Let me send
I'm gonna have to take mine to the range tomorrow and do this.
One-handed.
Here, I just messaged it over Instagram to Harambe so he can put that to everybody.
He can distribute it how he sees fit.
The range I was at in St. Louis City one time, I don't go there anymore because I moved far away from it, luckily. But when I was growing up, we would go to the public ranges in the city, and these dudes would have like green lasers on their like Ruger Security 9s or their Glocks, and they would hip fire them. Oh my god, dude! I saw so many like Tula 9mm go into the ceiling.
Hey, don't shit on Tula 9mm.
I know Ethan uses it for.
I would kill for a Tula sponsorship.
Get Barnell's to do it.
You think so? We get that to happen?
Yeah.
I love Tula so much. Making ammo for the everyday man.
Make ammo great again or something like that.
Make ammo great.
That's one of the things I was really pissed off about with the ammo ban is that Tula makes some of like the out there cartridges. Like 9x18. That not a whole lot of that's made in America.
Whoa! I just checked their website. They make 545x18.
Yeah,
What?
dude. There's a lot. There's a
is that?
lot of really obscure Russian ammo. There's like 9x39.
It's like we're good until they ban pervy partisan ammo. They make every fucking oddball there is.
Uh-huh.
It seems like.
On the topic of oddball calibers, Mitch, what's the most oddball caliber you have? And if you say 7.62 by 54R,
We're ending the show.
Well,
we're not, but
I don't have any odd calibers. I deliberately avoid odd calibers. I try and get things that are very generic and plentiful.
have you ever bought anything in an odd caliber? Like, I don't own anything odd right now, but I had a Makarov at one point.
No, I never did. My buddy had a 10 mil Vector. I don't know if that counts as an odd caliber, but
Odd enough.
yeah, I mean, no, I try and keep everything very simple. That's why I don't get 6.5. I know 6.5 ballistically is better than 308. But
the bitch to get.
308 is just cheaper, more.
It's everywhere.
Yeah, so all my long guns are 308.
Mm-hmm.
I almost, when I got my stimulus check last year, I dumped it in a Luger immediately. I was really close to buying one in 30 Luger because I was on, I forget what the website was called, but it was like the Luger website basically.
Mm-hmm.
And basically, I could have gotten a little bit of a better condition one that was in 30 Luger than 9mm. So I was like, okay, I'm going to pull the trigger on the 30 Luger one next week whenever the money hits my bank account. bought 200 rounds of 30 Luger off of AmmoSeek. I was all excited and shit. And then they got a whole bunch of new listings on the website for cheap 9mm ones. And I was like, well, I might as well buy the 9mm one. So I'm just sitting on 200 rounds of 30 Luger with never going to shoot it, ever. I don't know what.
That's like once
do
in a
with it.
blue moon shooting.
Yeah, it's not on AmmoSeek anymore, though. So I should find some unsuspecting idiot
Like some super
and
fun.
sell it to them. Yeah, sell it to them for $1.50 a round.
Yeah, that's one thing I think people should really focus on. Everyone's like, "Oh, I want 300 blackout. Oh, I want 45 and 9mm. I want all this stuff." It's like keeping your guns like ammo specific to 2 or 3 things is the best thing you can do.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Because I was on the 300 blackout craze back in like what 2017, 2018. When like people were getting really hyped up about it.
When all the operators were using
Yeah,
it, bro.
and dude, if I went like balls to the wall on it, I wouldn't be shooting it right now because it's just so expensive.
It's so expensive.
It's at 90 cents
My-
a round right now, I believe.
Jesus.
My buddy has one. He bought a 300 blackout pistol a few months before COVID hit, whenever it was still like semi-affordable.
I guarantee he doesn't shot more than 500 rounds through it.
Oh, try 200
Yeah.
or something like that. Like a sadly low amount. But now that they make 300 blackout steel case, he's starting to buy it a little bit more again. And next time we have a range day, he says he's going to shoot it. Let me shoot it a little bit, which is cool because 300 blackout is a cool cartridge.
It is
just
an excellent cartridge.
It's just expensive.
Suppressed.
Ballistically identical to 8mm Kurtz.
Let me say that it's good if you have a can, it's worth it. But
yeah, it's only worth it if you have a can.
Or if you, for whatever reason, need to run like a sub 8-inch gun.
Yes.
Then like that's good. Or if you can get a real stubby AK pistol, that would work too. Because 5.56 out of an 8-inch barrel is not good. 300 blackout, you can get pretty fucking short with it and still be ballistically efficient within like 200 yards if you know your holds.
7.5 5.56 barrels crack me up, man.
Oh, they're hilarious.
Those are
Not good, but hilarious.
Those exclusively, I think, need to be bundled with the Strike Industries cookie cutter muzzle device
and a stock.
Oh man.
Anything Strike Industries is laughable.
I think Strike Industries is like the number one salesman for accidental felonies. Like someone will have a Strike Industries out, accidental 7-inch SBR, and they won't know that the NFA exists, and they will pay no attention to it and post pictures of the gun on Facebook anyway.
No, there's a Facebook tag group for this. For that, it's like I think the owner is either a Fed or doesn't know what the NFA is.
I'm gonna drop some.
It's funny because you never hear of people getting like arrested from that.
It's
the NBR.
That is just
peep what I dropped.
That's like a Glock sight radius.
That's a Glock 19 sight radius.
That's a chamber.
Where we're going.
Shortest gas tube I've ever seen in my life.
Where we're going, we don't need rifling.
Yeah, I just Googled obnoxiously short AR-15, and that's what came up.
I would love to see how that thing groups at like 10 yards.
I bet it's clinical.
He holds like a motherfucker.
That thing's probably pretty good for home defense.
I mean, he probably saved.
You're just putting sideways 5.56 bullets straight through people.
Well, yeah, he didn't have to get a good ballistic advantage barrel. I have a 10.5 from them that I haven't even shot yet. It's built and ready to go, and I'm just sitting there like, do I really want to take this to the range and then see it keyhole?
100%.
Yes, do it.
See a keyhole, and then if it keyholes, then send it back to them, and they can send you one that keyholes slightly less.
Yeah. That, or I'll just throw it in the dirt behind my house for a few days, and then dig it out, and then say it was used in Afghanistan by
Navy SEALs.
By Tim Kennedy.
MSRP, low price of $200.
Speaking of people I make fun of to no end.
Tim Kennedy.
Yeah, can't stand that guy.
You know what's surprisingly accurate is I have my AR is like a 1-in-8 twist, I think, or either 1-in-7 or 1-in-8 at 14.5. The little 22 conversion kit that I got for it is surprisingly accurate. Like
Those things are
just putting
slept on.
36 grains through it. Like it is a load of fun. It's not something I'd use to like actually, hunt squirrels or anything, because the point of impact at 25 yards is like 2 inches lower than where I'd like it to be, like where my 5.56 holds are, but perfectly doable just for like fucking around or quote unquote training by mag dumping 22 LR into a fuel plate 5 yards away.
Yeah, but guns are supposed to be fun. You don't have to be out there fucking running off the wall, doing all types of shit all the time. Guns are just fun.
Not every range trip needs to be training for the next raid on Osama bin Laden's compound or something.
The cock apocalypse or whatever people are.
But bro, how am I gonna be ready whenever the Chinese invade?
How are you going to be a good sheepdog if you don't do sheepdog things?
How am I going to cosplay Red Dawn next Halloween?
Well, that's something I was talking about with someone. Is they were like, "Oh, well, I posted that video of me shooting and reloading because I hadn't gone out in so long. I had lost a lot of the fundamentals." And someone was like, "Oh, well, you got to just train up and get better." I was like, "Well, I did a few reps and then I burned off about 20 rounds just fucking around." And they're like, "Well, why would you do that?" It's like your hobby should not stress you out.
What are these fundamentals you speak of?
I dropped the gun close, like the stock down to my elbow to reload.
If I'm doing it on a closed chamber and I'm reloading a 30-round mag, I'll still do that just so I can get a little extra leverage to make sure that the magazine stays in the gun whenever I bring it up.
Yeah,
but if I'm reloading on an empty bolt,
it's a bad habit I have.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whenever you guys reload pistols, are we slide release guys, or are we grab the slide and let it go forward guys?
I'm a slide release guy.
Yeah, slide release.
I'm a slapper.
I am as well.
I like it rough.
My favorite thing is the people that like they say that it's stupid to do that because hitting the slide release is a fine motor skill and you won't be able to do it in a gunfight.
Well,
like, what else is a fine motor skill? Pulling the trigger of the gun.
People that say shit like that have no fucking idea what they're talking about.
Yeah, they don't understand like bodily kinesthetics or anything like that. I have a P10C, so I could just slam the magazine in and it's good to go.
Operator.
Yeah.
Are you implying that when you slam a magazine in, it sends the slide forward?
Oh well,
I think he is.
There was some of the guys in my old unit. Their M9s were that way.
Oh yeah, from getting worn down so much.
Yeah, I beat that topic to death in the Nathan podcast episode. But yeah,
well,
the military M9s
are
trash.
Well, did it ever fail you though?
No, it didn't. But I also, outside of the range, never had to use it, so I can't really talk too much on that. Did it fail me at the range? No. But did I shoot it very often? No.
You were never put into a self-defense situation at a crowded public fair?
No.
You were never called upon to be a sheepdog?
No.
Did you guys see that big fat fuck? He went to a match with that shirt that said on the back, "The only time this patriot takes knee is to suck a hero officer's dick."
Mitch, I'll put it in.
He shot the match with it.
No.
I'll put it in the chat. Hang on.
It's so funny.
Absolutely clinical.
That is a pro gamer move.
Yeah, I just uploaded it. Take a look at that. You might need to click on it to enhance it, but
oh, that's clinical.
That's our sponsor, for the record.
That's the guy that runs Otter Creek Labs.
Oh, he's a great dude, man. Definitely worth a
I bet he was one of the first gun pages that I actually followed a few years ago on my first account.
Well, you remember how he used to shoot 300 Win Mag unsuppressed in his backyard?
Yeah, it is like behind his trailer.
No, he was not a trailer.
No, I don't say that as an insult. I thought that it was.
No.
Or it's like, if not, he had very nearby neighbors.
Yeah.
Maybe what I'm misremembering. I don't know.
Someone from Kentucky. Someone from Kentucky doesn't mean they live in a trailer.
Just means they're retarded.
No, I'm not implying that.
You city
There's nothing
slickers.
wrong with people that live in small or large houses.
It was like, yeah, but there's that r/minimalist. That's like, dude, you're not a minimalist. You're just poor.
There's that picture of the high-rise apartment, like the captions, like "Women hate how little it takes to make us happy."
Oh.
It's just a TV and a lawn chair.
Dude, when my roommates and
for the whole room.
This was a while ago, but when me and my roommates were moving out of our college house, we moved all the furniture out for a couple days just to make it easier to clean. And we just had like mattresses on the floor to sleep on. And it was quite literally the definition of that. Our living room was literally four folding chairs.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it was amazing, and we had 2 Xboxes and 2 TVs set up on the floor.
Based.
Yeah.
My mom visited my college apartment for the first time like 2-3 weeks ago. She's like, "Oh, it's nice, but don't you want some
some drapes,
like pictures, or something, or like a rug?" And I'm like, "No, I don't really give a shit. I don't want to spend money on that. But thank you."
Mitch, are you of that same line of thinking? Just a few things make you happy.
I am a very simple man. Mosins make me happy. Shooting my Mosin makes me happy, and throwing my Mosin makes me happy. I guess my wife and daughter too, but I have to say that.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're kind of obligated
I can
to say
understand
that. Are you a gamer at all?
Yeah. No, I play a lot of sports video games. I'm a big sports guy. So I play a lot of FIFA.
You a big Shell guy?
Shell, I do play Shell. I actually started playing Shell a little bit. My good friends got me involved in their fantasy hockey league. So I'm like, well, now I need to learn hockey. So I've been watching and playing, but mostly a lot of FIFA, Madden. I do play Warzone. I don't like the new map though, so that's probably going to stop.
I was actually just going to ask if you played Warzone and how you felt about the new map. Because overall, I think Verdansk was a fucking awesome map. The new one, I think, will be good after a while. People just have to learn it. Because I played Verdansk at first, and I was fucking confused because I didn't know rotations or anything.
Yeah,
I think once people get used to this, and it'll get pretty good. And once they work out the kinks of us still not being able to climb the goddamn rocks.
Well, the thing about the new map that I don't like, it's not that I'm not familiar with it. I love that I'm not familiar with it, and I love how it's something new. Because Verdansk was a great map, but it's been around for 2 fucking years. I knew every single house, every single crack, every single, literally everything about that map. But this one, it's very open, and it's very, I don't know. I'm not a fan. I think it would have been better if they would have done another city and kind of outskirts type map.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, even the houses in this, they're kind of just like huts. There's some houses, I guess, but I'm not sold on it yet. The guns, I think, are.
You play PUBG?
I did play PUBG. I did.
It reminds me of the island map on PUBG a lot. Like you said, the same little houses. There's not a lot. It's a lot of open space. That map has a lot more trees and foliage. I think the biggest issue with this map is the giant fucking volcano in the middle and how there's a 400, 500 meter cliff going up to it in all directions with very little cover.
Yeah.
So if the circle ends up there, then you're basically shit out of luck unless you're already on the top of the volcano. You're just fucked.
Yeah, and that's just it. It's all uphill, and it makes my eyes hurt. I sound like a little bitch, but because everything is sloped, so everything's slanted when you're trying to run up it or even run alongside of it. It literally makes my eyes hurt. I have to figure out how to lower the brightness or some shit because I feel like I'm getting fucking retarded running up that fucking thing.
I think I could be wrong, but whenever they made the Cold War version of Verdansk, I think it was the same thing at first. It was just retardedly bright for some reason, and they had to it took them a week or 2 to fix it, but the map was fine after that.
Yeah, I'm very happy that there's a new map. I wish it was in a different location that wasn't a jungle in Japan.
Yeah.
If they were,
I don't even know if it is Japan. I don't know what the location
in
is.
the
I just know
Pacific.
somewhere in the Pacific.
Yeah.
It's got very American style buildings and houses,
like picture,
but it also has like a Nazi bunker on it. So I have no fucking clue.
Well, they
Like,
really
picture
stuck
they-
true to history, so
yeah,
Oh yes, very historically accurate.
like picture they took like a chunk of like downtown Manhattan, and then like a chunk of like some fucking forests, and then like a chunk of like other like actual geographical locations, and put it together. Like that would be a fucking dope map. But instead it's like a giant mountain and like outskirts of like little various places, and then everywhere you go you're running uphill most likely.
I think the biggest issue, like I said, around the mountain, there's just no cover. Like the outskirts of the map, like along the coast, I think is pretty good because there's a lot of shit. Like if you actually look at the map,
Yeah.
that's where basically all the cities and locations are. It's like makes a big circle around the coast, and then aside from that, it's the volcano, and there's nothing in the middle part, and it's just kind of
Empty.
It's
Weird.
it's a little empty, I guess. I don't know.
I haven't played Warzone in like, gosh, it's been probably 2 months. I've been on a Battlefield kick.
Battlefield's great. Nathan,
What's up?
Oh, he's here.
why do you look so sad?
Oh, buddy.
I've been kind of. What's going on?
Okay, well, I'm on a podcast with Harambe and them. Going to be, but we're gonna ask you live, and we're gonna see if I was right.
Oh, fuck, let's see.
You want to ask the question, guys?
what is your
I don't even remember
what
what
is
the
your
question was.
philosophy on art?
What is your philosophy on art? What is your philosophy on art?
What the fuck? I don't know. You're asking big brain questions. Mitch, I'm retarded. I don't have an answer to that question. I have no idea what the fuck I think about art.
This is exactly what I said you would say.
Yeah. No, I what?
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. I'm sorry. I cool, make stuff, do the thing.
Yep.
Yeah. I guess you're right, Mitch. You kind of have me down pegged.
See, I'm just fucking clinical. I know my fucking people. I know my friends.
Yes.
Based.
If
See,
it
Nathan?
goes beyond like one layer of philosophy, my brain just turns off. I can't do it.
Unless it's a
Are y'all
Unabomber.
still on call?
Yeah, we're recording right now.
Is it live? Can I fed post?
No, I'm gonna have it.
Okay. Okay. Well, is WAP there?
No, he's
No,
not.
WAP is not here.
Oh, fucking. Okay.
It's his
That's
night
all.
off.
Okay. You guys have fun.
I'll call you after and find out why you're upset.
I'm just having a night. Nothing really bad happened. I'm just stress cleaning my kitchen at midnight. That's all.
Go masturbate. It'll make you feel better.
Oh, you fucking coomer. Okay, see ya.
There's your fucking answer, boys.
You're
I knew
right.
it. I know Nathan. He would have been like, "Yeah, I'm fucking retard. It's art."
Solid.
Oh,
Yeah, that's probably what I would have guessed. I don't even know what the word philosophy means, really. Maybe that's a philosophy in itself.
That's a big word. I ate too many crayons to know what that means.
and on that note, you guys want to close it out?
I think it'd be a good point to. Yeah, we've been going for hour 45, something like that. Pretty good. Good length.
That's a decent length.
Well, Nathan,
Jeez.
Mitch,
Take it easy
thank
on
you.
the ball.
Mitch, thank you for coming on.
Mitch, where can people find you?
Yeah, plug yourself for the last like 10 minutes.
Last 10 fucking Jesus Christ. I run an account with another retard named Nathan, and it's called cbrnart. You can check it out if you want.
It's extremely based.
And they also run the second best podcast, the cbrnart podcast. Make sure to listen to that.
Yeah, we do have a podcast, and it's outpacing our page somehow. So that's pretty cool. Listen to the second best podcast in whatever you want to call this.
Continental United States.
There you go. The United States.